Hi, welcome to Startup Wise Guys 5 Wise Minutes. I'm here with Kieren Lovell, who's a cyber expert, ex-defense, now an educator and a mentor as well. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Right, so I'm going to start off with a very question that's been bothering me for some time. What made you come to Estonia? Because obviously you're not from Estonia.
No, that's right. I'm from the United Kingdom, but I first came here in 2006 as part of Standing Maritime Mine Countermeasures Group 1.
Okay.
So I was originally doing bomb disposal within Estonia, where I was generally working between Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia, as well as in Finland. But then I decided to do something slightly less dangerous and left mine disposal. But I always fell in love with Estonia, and it was an area I wanted to come back to. And then when I was at Cambridge University, I did a summer school at Tallinn and realised the get up and go attitude from the startup community had infected the university, and it was excellent to see. They were light years ahead of where we were at Cambridge, and because of that I wanted to be part of Team Estonia.
And now you're here.
Yeah.
So from bomb disposal to something a little bit more impactful and challenging, I would have thought.
Yeah, more
right?
creative rather than destructive.
Perfect. And so like you've started the topic. Why do you think like cybersecurity has become such an important topic today?
I think the important thing is I think cybersecurity is what we've looked at it as before as an IT problem is now slowly disintegrating, and it's becoming a whole organizational approach. So rather than just it's the IT security guys problem, it's a business problem, it's a business continuity problem, it's a problem for every aspect of the organization. And because of that, people are now taking it seriously rather than taking it as just a bolt-on, as in we've ticked a couple of boxes. But I think this shift in attitude has meant that people expect it. What Mark Zuckerberg originally said of privacy is not a thing, that has completely changed. People expect you to look after their data. Kind of like if you loan a car out. You may loan your car to a friend, but you do expect it to be returned and in the same state you gave it out as. People expect that with their data, and that's what's changed, and that's why the startup ideas that I've seen is centered around that. The user, the actual client, the customer, of how we can better protect them.
Great. And I mean, talking about the startup ideas as well, you've been coming and mentoring at CyberNorth, which is the Startup Wise Guys Cybersecurity and Defense startup accelerator, and you've been coming and mentoring there. What do you think about the teams over there? And secondly, you talked a lot about data, which is quite an unusual thing for cybersecurity from a historical point of view. It was all very focused. So what do you think about some of the topics that are now being exposed to cybersecurity as a field, with relevance to some of the teams that you've seen at CyberNorth?
From speaking to the teams, the ideas that they're doing, it shows that cybersecurity really is maturing. We've always had this mindset of let's protect around the perimeter. Well, this perimeter doesn't exist. You've got a firewall, well great, where's your data? It's in Amazon Web Services, and where are you working? At home. Your firewall does nothing. So when you're seeing that the teams are producing better ways to do identity and access management, better ways to protect your data, and also developing into other areas like information warfare, information security, it's expanding because, as I said earlier, that silo is gone. And that shows a real good mature element. And what I love about the CyberNorth groups is they are actually where we need to be as an industry. Just because they're small, they're new, they're nimble enough to actually adapt to what is actually happening. So it's actually a two-way relationship. While I'm helping them, they're helping me to understand what the next challenges will be. And to keep relevant, we've got to have that dialogue between the two.
Great, and it's an interesting thing you talk about being nimble and being small, and I'm hoping that's more of an asset than anything else. And I mean, you also teach. You teach in not only one, but I think 2 or 3 different, maybe even more than that, educational, both MOD and education institutes. What advice would you give people who are currently in in university, but building cybersecurity related products or startups?
The same advice I'd give anybody in any product area. When we're developing any IT tool or cybersecurity tool, we have a habit of breaking what other startup companies do. We like to sell the technology, whereas in reality, no one cares. What they want to know is, here is the problem, here is the solution, and this is the technology that enables that to work. Sometimes people get obsessed with a one track because they're thinking of a particular technology and they think the technology will sell it. The easiest way to describe this is actually by buying a car. You've never seen a car advert on television pitch that it's using a combustion engine. No one cares. They expect it. They expect it to work. And we do fall foul of it. We get obsessed in our own area, whereas the solution is what we should be selling. If the solution is good and the technology is sound, they will mutually support each other. So whenever you're coming up with an idea, expect the technology to change. Technology is quick, you need to be flexible with it. If you stick with one way of doing it, you will fail.
So work more on the solution, go towards solving a problem rather than working on technology, but of course have good technology to back it up.
The way I like to describe it is actually on a ship. I would always tell somebody where I'm sailing towards, and they will plot a course to find the best way to get there. I wouldn't say, go to sea. And then when they say, where's the destination? Oh, sea, keep going. I'll tell you when we get there. And that's exactly what you need to do in these type of things. Work out the end destination, and the best way to get there is the way ahead.
So, and we're nearly out of time, but if I had to ask one final kind of parting question, from a cybersecurity point of view, what are the 3 trends that you would want people to, or that you've seen in the industry that you would want people to be aware of?
We can see now, both from the CERT Estonia report and everything that I've seen in both the University of Cambridge and Tallinn and the MOD, that it's getting more to a psychological warfare aspect. The most successful hack, I've got a TED talk about that was out in November, is actually we have seen you on YouPorn. This is your username and password. If you don't pay us half a Bitcoin, we will publish this online. There is no technical hack on this. It is your email address, they've matched it to a breach database, but they're targeting men, they're doing it after 5 o'clock on a Friday, and they're making sure they're manipulating it in a way that it could be viable and you're giving them money. This is going to be the trend, because it's so much easier and more effective. Doing crafting attacks like invoices, doing dating fraud, that element is so much easier than it is doing it from just a purely technical aspect. I expect to see more of this.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. So thanks a lot, Kieren, for spending some time with us and giving us 5 wise minutes. See you next time.
Thank you kindly.